Now, there is one thing which is a little bit different this time, in that this is December. This is the last mod of the month for this side of the year. So that means the next big thing coming up is in fact Mod of the Year. Now, if you haven't heard of BitTech's Mod of the Year competition, basically it's our big granddaddy event that takes place at the end of the year and involves all of the mods that have been completed over the last year in our forums. So how do you get into it? Well, you have to have your mod nominated by you. For more information on how to nominate your favourite builds, if you pop down to the link in the description, it has it all nicely labelled out there. Just make sure that you have to get your submissions in before the 9th of December, because that's when it closes and voting will begin. For now though, let's get back to the regular video. Hello folks, and welcome back to Mod of the Month, where we showcase some of the best builds completed over the last month over in the BitTech forums. Corsair has upped the ante and are providing a host of Hydro X themed goodies, with first place netting a choice of an XC9 or XC7 RGB CPU block, a choice of GPU block from their range, an XD5 RGB pump reservoir combo, and a Commander Pro. Second place gets a choice of CPU block and GPU block, and third gets a choice of CPU block. As ever, if you want to be in with a chance of taking part and netting some pretty awesome Corsair goodies, all you need to do is have a completed project log posted over on the BitTech forums. Enjoy the builds. Now first up, let's just give a huge hand to last month's winner, Minimalistic by AKMod. It was actually a very tight fight between both Minimalistic and X-Wing last month, with it going all the way to a tiebreaker. Minimalistic, however, just about scraped ahead, with its clean lines and exciting material usage proving a hit. For now though, let's go take a look at which mods we've got in store for this month. Now, Project Realgar began life as an exercise in seeing what Alessandro could achieve without using automated processes. However, rather than opting for the easy route, he completely reworked his SL600M chassis, replacing many of the internal panels with scroll saw cut patterns. The motherboard tray is constructed from poured resin, which is further continued into the front. Alessandro even grew genuine red crystals inside the motherboard heatsinks and behind the case seams, which contrast beautifully with the textured paint finish. The whole mod is exceptionally neat despite the tricky theme, with the use of poured resin and crystals being particularly novel. Of course, this is reflected too in his third place result in the recent Cooler Master World Series. As we edge ever closer to the release of CD Projekt Red's much anticipated title, expect to see a whole lot of related case mods popping up. Cyberpunk 2077 Samurai is a novel take on the theme, using a custom chassis formed from bent 3mm aluminium. The chassis itself was powder coated and then accented with a large custom reservoir on the rear that incorporates the Cyberpunk logo. Smaller mods include addition of LEDs inside the Airflex radiator itself, along with some of the impressive hardline tubing runs. Carl's pipe scratch build is a fun and creative project that makes full use of his plumbing and construction experience. The frame itself is constructed from 22mm copper tubing and fittings, and then painted black. Now, rather than going for straight runs, Carl opted to make the tubes a feature and used large radius bends to create lines that flow around the case. This works really well with the industrial fittings and polished copper look, which is further accented by the gold elements to match the G-Skill memory. Another popular project straight out of the Cooler Master World series, Morphosis is really quite a substantial mod. Most of the interior of the SL600M was replaced with a beefy wood and aluminium panelling setup. The panels themselves were CNC cut, with some of the aluminium ones also being veneered to continue the wood theming. Green Sabbath used an organic tree branch pattern to form the side panel and window motifs, which really play into the use of the wood. The build itself is finished off with an elegant loop using chrome tubing at 45-degree angles. LAN Party RGB is an interesting take on the classic suitcase PC concept. Designed around being a fairly mobile rig for taking to LAN events, the main chassis of the build fits snugly into a flight case. The frame itself is kept simple, using mirrored aluminium extrusions and hardwood flooring panels for the main body. The components themselves are arranged inside in a similar manner to a test bench setup, which makes accessing any of the parts a simple affair. During use, the inner chassis is simply placed on top of the case, allowing for ventilation without compromising the protected nature of the case itself. Now, I really hope that you've enjoyed all the mods shown off today. Remember that if you'd like to have a chance at being involved in a future mod of the month, then all you have to do is have a finished project log thread over on the BitTech forums. And also, don't forget to keep an eye out for the upcoming Mod of the Year videos, as they're sure to be really exciting. Now, if this is also your first time here, be sure to subscribe to the channel, as modding is very much our lifeblood here, and we have some fantastic project conclusions on the way that you definitely won't want to miss. As ever, you can also find us over on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and builds.gg. We also have our own Discord server, so make sure to pop in and say hi. We're always posting little tidbits and getting involved with the community, and it's just good fun in general. That's all for this month, folks. I'll catch you in Mod of the Year.